There's a lot to celebrate here because Man with a Plan is back February 4th on CBS. Very funny show. Congrats on that. Season 3.
Season 3.
But also, Friends was brought back to Netflix, and that was a giant deal. You know what I'm talking about? People were riled up.
They were.
We had enough. Don't threaten to take Friends off of my television.
It's funny. I didn't know it was going off on Netflix.
Oh, really?
I read that in the paper. I was like, oh,
You're like, this is a bummer.
And then it was
for me,
like a big thing. No, we want it back. I was like, oh, great.
Do you think the show is almost bigger than it ever was, or no?
You know,
I watch it every time it comes on TV or anything. I always watch it. I love it.
No, you don't.
I do. It's like it's like that and Seinfeld too. It's like comfort food. It makes me laugh. I love you. You're great.
I have a hard time watching it these days.
No.
Yeah, because it makes me feel like I'm 100 years old.
Really?
It's been off the air for like 15 years ago. It ended. 15 years ago it ended.
I know, but it was such a crusher. It was so fun.
It was fun.
It was so good. Yeah.
It was a blast. We had a good time.
You did have fun. Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Did you know when you were auditioning for Joey that you were going to get that part? You're like...
You know, I went in a bunch of times. Then it got down to like me and this other guy. There's one other guy and me at the final callback. And so I go in there, and you know, they give you like a breakdown. They just, like a little basic description of who the character is. It was like an Italian-American struggling actor in New York.
Yeah.
So I go in for the final callback, and this other guy, and I don't mean any disrespect to the guy, but he's like dressed as a cowboy.
Wow.
And I was like, well, one of us is way off base.
One of us is not getting this part.
Well, it's either I'm like, didn't get the memo, or you didn't get the memo. One of us. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And then, you know, luckily, knock wood, it went
and
my
the rest
way.
is history. Yeah. Do you ever? I always ask. Do you ever take anything from the show as like a souvenir? Just go like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this because it means something to me.
I took from the show. It's funny. I took a ton of cash.
Oh, come on, no, I know.
Sorry.
Thank you, Netflix.
Yeah, no, you know what I have that was really cool? You know how in Joey and Chandler's apartment we had the foosball table? I have the actual ball from the foosball. I mean, I have it in my toolbox somewhere. Why it's in my toolbox, I don't know.
Wow.
But I ended up with the foosball. And the other thing I took was, you know, the Magna Doodle that was on the back of the apartment door. It always had things written on it. Well, so I clipped that at the end, and I couldn't fit the couch in my car, but
You tried.
But the Magna Doodle was cool because there was this one guy, Paul, on the crew, that he was the one that always drew whatever was on there. He wasn't one of the writers; he was one of the electricians on the show, and he just happened to be the artist that kind of drew always something relevant to the story that week on the thing. So I stole it and gave it to him, so he's got it. So that was kind of cool.
Good for you. That's awesome. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. Could have sold it for a lot more.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.